clear. And for any Israelis watching this right now, I want you to be clear. I want you to understand this, okay? You are hated internationally. Hated. The whole international community loathes you. Young American citizens in this country, both left and right, loathe you. And eventually, these are the people who are going to come into power. Don't be mistaken based on the propaganda you hear in American media. That's not representative of how the American people feel about you. You're hated. And it's not because you're Jewish. It's because you slaughter innocent people. It's because you think you're God's chosen people when you act like absolute demons. You guys like to slaughter people and steal land, and you think you're better than everyone else. You think that you're entitled to everything, including our tax dollars. It's disgusting.
Alright, first and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who I learned from. Shalom to the hopeful elect, preaching this word in truth and in sincerity. To you ribs and to you sisters out there learning in silence and staying in order, I say to you all, Shalom. Alright, this Edomite looking woman speaking facts. Right, the whole world is turning against Amalek, the head tribes, man. But you know, even Esau himself don't even know that he's Esau. So they got everybody bamboozled to think that, you know, you're American or you're, you know, you're Indian or whatever it may be. Right? So this whole system that he had created for himself is imploding, and it's all because of the support of the Balfour Declaration in 1940s, when Israel became a state. You know, they're coming up with new laws. One of them is called, I think it's the Esther law? The Esther, fuck, what was it called? I'll pull it up if I can. Where you cannot protest against what's going on out there in the Middle East. I'm gonna call it the Middle East because of algorithms and all that. They got this thing on a chokehold. Right, you can't even, it's crazy that you can't even speak freely. Right, there's a lot of suppression on information, man. They've been pushing that for the last 2-3 years. You know, after that 2020 thing, everybody's been you know, muffled. Right, where even the UN is getting involved. Right, but the whole point is that everybody's turning onto the system. Everybody's turning against the system, right? Because I bring up the 1940s because the most people that lived in that era are really old. They're like 80, right? They're getting ready to get pushed out, and a lot of the younger generation who did not come from that era. So what's going to happen is that, you know, they're no longer going to sympathize with the smart-headers no more, especially with all that bullshit they're doing out there, you know, with the children and all that. It's fucked up, be honest with you, man. Like, I know those are heathens out there, man, but like, the compassion in us seeing those kids dying and shit. You know, we picture our children because, you know, they resemble a little bit of the Northern Kingdom. Those are our cousins, but they're heathens nonetheless. You know, but at the end of the day, you know, Israel is more compassionate than the other nations. And, you know, we can't help but think like, damn, that's fucked up over there. But, you know, when you look at it through the spiritual lens, you know that ain't nobody ever perish innocent, you know. So, you know, the flesh side of us just, you know, puts ourselves in those situations. And we really don't like the way Amalek handles things. You know, the scriptures say, when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn, right? And that's exactly what the people are doing throughout the whole world, because, you know, Job 9:24 says that the earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. So we know that this guy has a chokehold on the whole planet, right? And there's so much suffering, so much anguish, so much poverty, right? There's allegedly 7 billion people on the earth, right? And just 10 billionaires, just 10 of them. There's hundreds just 10 billionaires could give everybody $1 million, and poverty could be gone tomorrow, right? But the greed of the people, right, won't allow that, right? Poverty should not exist, right? And that's why I bring up, you know, when the wicked in our authority, the people mourn, because all they do is take, and it talks about, you know, in Obadiah, you know, I'm sure. In fact, let me get that. This is Obadiah 1:5. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? Right? This is talk about Esau, right? Verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Right? This man is a resource whore, man. He just can't stop jumping from place to place, stealing resources. Right? So he will never be able to share. You know, he's always portrayed as this big gluttonous fat pig, man. And that's all he ever be, man. And all the nations are just fed up with him, right? No matter what, even if you're in cahoots with him, right? Really, the people that are so-called in cahoots with him are basically just ran by the small hatters. That means they got small hatters planted inside deep into their you know, into their infrastructure, right? Like CIA, FBI, all that, right? Verse 7, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border, the men that were at peace with thee, right? And the only way they was at peace with thee is because you had a chokehold in their pockets. Either, you know, you were funding them, or you had some dirt on them, you know, you had some taxes that you wanted, like, you know, you basically had you strong-armed them. Right? It says, the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. Right? Everybody in the back of their mind does not like them. I don't care who they are. Everybody's plotting against them, and for good reason, man. Because the way they talk, the way they think, they're openly supremacists in a sense, right? Because they believe that they're the people of the book, and you know, they have right over everything, and everybody else is cattle. But really, they're not the chosen, right? It's evident, and the elites know that. The very elites know that, but the bottom people actually believe that they are, and they move accordingly.
To work with them. Who did you not at all trust, even though you had to work with them? The Israelis. You didn't trust them.
Not as far as I could throw them. We don't allow the Israelis into CIA headquarters because they would always come with gifts, and the gifts had always listening devices packed inside them. And, you know, somebody brings you a gift, you x-ray it. It's a normal process. And we're like, you guys can't keep coming back here every single time trying to bug our conference rooms. So, no more.
What percentage of the time did gifts have bugs in them?
100%.
Be quiet.
No, seriously.
Are you kidding me?
Absolutely not. I wish I was.
100% of the time they brought gifts had bugs in them.
Yeah. We had a safe house in Virginia, and we would meet with them there.
But John, was that across the board with everybody that didn't trust them the most?
Oh, yeah.
What percentage of our guys you work with didn't trust Mossad?
100%. I'll give you another example.
Okay, give me one you trusted the most.
The Brits. I worked very, very closely with the Brits.
Why were they easier to work with?
Because our national interests are so closely aligned.
Right, and they get along with the Brits because, you know, they're the daughters of them. You know what I'm saying? They're offspring of them. You know? But yeah, man, the world is turning on Amalek, man, and they know it. So, you know, the scriptures say that the devil knows that he has but a short time, right? And he seeks to cast y'all into prisons, man. I'm paraphrasing, but you know, we seeing this develop and unraveling right now, man, as we speak. And you know, we're excited, man. We're excited because, you know, this era is coming to an end, man. You know, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakah HaKodash, Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who I learned from. Shalom to those for elect, preaching his word in truth and in sincerity. To you ribs, to you sisters out there learning silence, staying in order, I say to you all, Shalom.